As a young citizen of India, armed with technology, knowledge, and love for my nation, with a vision of transforming India into a developed nation, I'm joining Shobhit University. What about you?
Very good morning to all the participants from India and abroad to this international webinar series. Shobhit Institute of Engineering and Technology Meerut, deemed to be university, and its centers of excellence, Center for Informatics Development Solutions and Applications, and Center for Industry 4.0 Technology Studies and Application, in association with African Asian Rural Development Organization, ARDO, New Delhi, organized this weekly international webinar series on open source digital technologies towards self-reliant India, Atmanirbhar Bharat. Today is 2nd October 2021. On behalf of the Honorable Chancellor, His Excellency, the Secretary General ARDO, Honorable Vice Chancellor, the faculty members of the university, and on my behalf and as Professor Emeritus and Chairman of Centers of Excellence, Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Governance Research Studies, Center for Agribusiness and Disaster Management Studies, Center for Informatics Development Solutions and Applications, and Center for Industry 4.0 Technology Studies and Application. Let me welcome our guest speaker of today's webinar, Dr. Sanjeev Kapoor. Good morning, Dr. Sanjeev Kapoor.
Good morning, sir. Good morning to all of you.
SportsGrail Private Limited, New Delhi, www.sportsgrail.com, and Ambassador, Commonwealth Entrepreneurs Club. Today's topic is the SportsGrail. SportsGrail, a digital sports media platform, and prospects of Indian sports industry sustainability model at global level. Let me repeat once again, the SportsGrail, a digital sports media platform, and prospects of Indian sports industry sustainability model at global level. I wish to inform the participants and the guest speaker that under this international webinar series, these two centers of excellence, Center for Informatics Development Solutions and Applications and Center for Industry 4.0 Technology Studies and Application, have organized 44 lectures in the area of open technologies to provision simple and economical IT infrastructure, a roadmap for students using free and open source software, and reaching goals of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Open source software and industrial IoTs for SMEs, free and open source software adoption business models, open data platform for smart digital government, technology imperatives, make in India for self-reliance, edge artificial intelligence, data governance for self-reliant India, digital India transforming governance and society, India email service, citizen@indiamail.com in 22 constitutionally recognized languages, ecosystem architecture for digital transformation, education system cyber critical infrastructure, seizing opportunities in open innovation and value creation network in the digital world for self-reliant economy, ensuring food safety and compliance through technology, Digital India urgent need for semiconductor manufacturing in India, technology investment in agriculture value chain, role of foreign direct investments, entrepreneurship and skill development, AI design pathways, the rise of platform economy, revisiting value chain governance, the era of automation, industrial robotics and industry 4.0, Indo-German perspective of technology transfer, skill gap analysis and opportunities. Role of artificial intelligence in healthcare, current developments in diagnosis and vaccine research, digital agri-tech and agri-tech startup perspective, health informatics network value chain, e-health systems and beyond, leveraging emerging technologies for ensuring transparent and traceable agri and food supply chains, unleash the power of citizen development for enterprise software development, E-governance models towards sustained quality services to citizen backed up by technology. Indian MSMEs to adopt Industry 4.0 technology capabilities, urgent need for mentorship and accelerator program. Building public digital platform using microservices and APIs. Health informatics network value chain, early childhood development and learning. Health informatics network value chain, clinical AI, interface between machine learning and health informatics. Health informatics network value chain, importance of social medicine and community health in times of health emergency. G filter, gravity filter, a simple and low cost solutions to the drinking water treatment in rural India. Open source GovTech startups empowering growth with automation. Digital transformation in small enterprises and small businesses of India, challenges and opportunities. National Digital Twin Program, need for a robust geospatial infrastructure. Industry 4.0 and MSMEs, benefits of indigenously developed CollabCAD software from National Informatics Center. Mass serialization and anti-counterfeiting solutions to fight illicit trade. Cybersecurity, risk, challenges and solutions, intelligence approach to reduce cyber risk. New Internet IPv6 root server towards Atmanirbhar Connected Bharat. Indian startups, reflections and possible policy interventions needed for scaling up to Gram Panchayat. Blockchain and crypto for digital assets platform, pathways for global trade. Robotic as a service, leverage technology to solve enterprise challenges. Space startups connecting to international markets with emerging business models. Enabling technologies for future vision. Vivekananda Secondary Education and Skill Development Mega Sport project, its potential impact on rural entrepreneurship and the rural economy in India. Today is the 45th edition of this very important webinar series. We'll have the talk by our guest speaker, Dr. Sanjeev Kapoor, Chairman, SportsGrail Private Limited, New Delhi, on the topic, the SportsGrail, a digital sports media platform and prospects of Indian sports industry sustainability model at global level. Atmanirbhar Bharat, the road ahead. It is the vision of Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, of making India a self-reliant nation, rested on 5 I's: intent, inclusion, investment, infrastructure, and innovation, and based on 5 pillars: quantum jump in economy, infrastructure, one that represents modern India, systems 21st century technology driven, vibrant demography, and a demand whereby the strength of our demand and supply chain should be utilized to full capacity. This was announced on 15th May 2020 by the central government. Vocal for local to make it global. Digital India program aims to transform India into a knowledge-based economy and a digitalized empowered society. On 20th February 2019, the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology published a report titled India's $1 trillion Digital Opportunity in collaboration with McKinsey and Company. This report has identified about 30 digital themes, if scaled up nationally, can accelerate India's progress in 9 key areas. Digital world is the rise of platform economy. Digital ecosystems are essential for digital transformation in the digital world. According to UN, which talked about frontier technology in digital ecosystems, namely artificial intelligence and machine learning, Internet of Things, platforms and social media, blockchain and distributed databases, open source software and commercial software, mobile phone applications, augmented and virtual reality, and satellite, drones, and sensors. 10 emerging technologies making an impact in 2020, which are, the AI, 5G, IoT, serverless computing, biometrics, augmented reality, virtual reality, blockchain, natural language processing, and quantum computing. We also have a lot of impact in the educational technology. That is, the latest educational technology trends have virtual reality and augmented reality are set to become an emerging technology to dominate classrooms, which will also have social media and learning and and immersive learning with virtual reality and augmented reality, gamification, learning analytics, artificial intelligence, big data, blockchain technology, video assisted learning, and e-learning. Let us come back to today's topic, digital sports media platform. Prospects of Indian sports industry sustainability model at global level. Let me give some points to the benefits of the participants. This is an overview by Shruti Gupta, published in the www.chaseyoursport.com, dated 19th January 2018, in which the author has had an overview of sports industry in India as a career. Globally, sports is regarded as the biggest industry in terms of revenue and employment. The business is a multi-million-dollar affair propelled by engaging customer demands. India, a developing nation, plays a key role in this revenue system. However, in the recent past, the nation had not been much into it. The face of industry, and hence the scenario is changing, claiming sports as the next big industry in India. Growth and development of Indian sport industry is creating opportunities for management professionals in a wide variety of settings. Boosted by initiatives such as professional leagues of developed sports, commercialization of underdeveloped sports, professionalization of heritage sports, and increased corporate sector investment, sports industry expects a faster growth in shorter time frame. It has the potential to overtake IT and related industries. Let me repeat. It has the potential to overtake IT and related industries before 2020, because this article was written in January 2018. In every aspect, sports industry provides a career opportunity in the following fields, to name a few: athletes, coach, team manager, marketing consultant, and health and fitness. An institute, Smart Management and Research Institute in Ernakulam, it says many big Indian business conglomerates who succeeded in every business, but they failed in sports due to their failure to understand the dynamics of sports business. When the developed countries have hundreds and thousands of world-class sports clubs, India has a few because of our failure to understand the dynamics of sports business. Even many big sports infrastructure projects guided by world-renowned consulting firms failed due to their failure to diagnose the Indian sports ecosystem. Sports tech, a new spin in the ball for the sports industry. The sports tech sector in India is still in its infancy, but is rapidly expanding. Much of this expansion can be attributed to the introduction of booking platforms, sports facilities, fan engagement platform, esports, and fantasy leagues. There has been a timeline of evolution of sports tech, decision review systems. The Wimbledon sees the debut of IBM Serve Speed technology, Spider Cam, and goal line technology, smart chips, getting inserted into the bats to measure the angle and speed of the bat for numerous analysis purposes, and so on and so forth. Gone are the times when radio and TV were the only media for broadcasting. Increasing access to data in both urban and rural areas, coupled with availability of smartphones in all price ranges, has presented the sports sector with the opportunity to broadcast its content on a variety of platforms, streaming platforms, OTT platforms, television, etc., etc. Revolutionizing sports with the digitalization is gaining its strength. China and India are among the most critical emerging national markets, presenting many opportunities for business expansions across the country. We have advantage merit, improving road connectivity with Delhi and NCR, availability of skilled and high-tech manpower, 1,756 crore budget set aside for Khelo India. Global fitness equipment market. Sports industry in Meerut was focused on apparel and equipment for cricket, but athletics and fitness segments are also providing additional opportunities. There is a growing demand for non-cricket sports goods in the domestic market too. The market size of sports industry across India was over 16 billion Indian rupees in 2020. Digital technology in sports. First time the Asian Games 1982 held in Delhi used Nickred facilities and computerized its competition results. Digital technology is disrupting the sports industry, but the right word is revolutionizing, not disrupting. Digital technology now allows the sports organizations to deliver live content direct to their fans via over-the-top live streaming or on-demand services. At the center of this major shift are sports radar, global leaders in leveraging the power of sports data and digital content for clients around the world. At the center of this major shift are sports radar, global leaders in leveraging the power of sports data and digital content for clients around the world. Broadcasters and organizations are using augmented and virtual reality technologies to make fans feel like they are at home, while social media is helping to encourage direct connect between clubs and athletes, solidifying relationships. Others are using their statistics databases to provide insights to fans to create even deeper relationship by increasing their knowledge of and interest in the sport. Internet of Things is empowering their trend through intelligent sports equipment, player tracking, and other devices. More data that is available, more valuable insight that can be presented. The more data that is available, the more valuable the insight that can be presented. The direction of travel is to evolve digital platforms like official websites and social media channels to become content hubs for fans and a place for brand partners to integrate authenticity into the storytelling. This is what is told by Frank Arthafar, the head of digital at Formula One. Over the past 3 decades, the discipline sports informatics has become a growing discipline, sports informatics. In today's connected world, the use of wearable technology, big data analytics, social media, sensor technology have revolutionized the way the sports are played, analyzed, and improved. Through esports, society's preference for computer interaction is unfolding and revealing the changing nature of modern consumption. Traditional sport is on the front line of this disruption. Sports organizations that are digitally mature have transformed their businesses so that all factors that go into delivering a seamless digital experience are personalized and relevant for fans. This process of transformation has been likened to changing a tire whilst the car is moving. Since the business needs to continue delivering on existing brand promises while since the business needs to continue delivering on existing brand promises while also adjusting to new consumer realities. Digital is changing the game for sports business. Established models are being disrupted, and organizations in sports industry must adapt to the current trends to remain competitive. Social streaming of live sports, social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube have the technology, reach, and money to win broadcast rights for live sports and stream them globally via their own platforms. Managing digital transformation sports online certificate, it is a 6 months duration. This is also being provided. Sports digital platform, taking control of content and the conversation with fans thanks to technology and data. It is very interesting to note, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. This is the words spoken by the ancient mariner, or not too far from the scenario sports and entertainment organizations are facing when it comes to data. Like water was for the mariner, data is now vital to their survival. Despite gathering more and more data, organizations are struggling to leverage it to take control of their content and the conversation with their fans, a requirement that is critical for their future success. Taking control of the vast ocean of data is needed, and sports and entertainment is gathering an expensive set of data points based on fans' interaction with apps, physical actions, event attendance, social media, athlete and team performance, and the field of play, and more. Sports digital platforms are a key element of those digital strategies. It is an era of technology, and the tools of digital mapping, digital analytics, machine intelligence, and immersive viewing is even spilling over to the area of sports and sports management. While still in its infancy in India, sports tech is gaining ground in line with the trends abroad. SportsGrail, a digital sports media platform. It makes a foray into the sporting docket, offering perusal of facts across the global stage. The digital sports media platform sprawling land sees more than 20 verticals and disciplines being covered in English and Hindi, according to their websites. As India celebrates its 75th year of independence, Azadi Ka Amrut Mahotsav, and after brilliant ranking of Indian contingent in the recent Olympics and ongoing Para-Olympics, the importance of health, fitness, well-being, and competitive sports, national, Commonwealth, regional, international sporting events have gained much attention from all the sections of society, particularly schools, sports universities, sports academics, sports industry, and society at large. With this background, let us now turn to the address of our guest speaker, Dr. Sanjeev Kapoor, Chairman SportsGrail Private Limited, New Delhi, and Ambassador Commonwealth Entrepreneurs Club, on the topic, the SportsGrail, a digital sports media platform, and prospects of Indian sports industry sustainability model at a global level. The topic will motivate and galvanize the participants watching our telecast through facebook.com/Sobit University India, or youtube.com Sobit University in, or linkedin.com/company/Sobit University, for motivating them to harness the power of transformers, technology, and capital to establish sports tech startups to become open APIs in the country to strengthen the topic of the today. Let me introduce our guest speaker to the participants. Dr. Sanjeev Kapoor comes with 3 decades of experience in kitty, with sprawling expertise entailing IT, telecom, FMCG, retail, e-commerce, media and entertainment, artificial intelligence, education, and sports industry. His innate ability to deliver consummate success, saw him herald in top positions of management in the echelons of corporates and companies in India. Played a quite essential role in launching new technology in India, which not only acted as a paradigm shift, but also helped bridge the gap and escalate the development process of telecom. Has also been persistently engaged in roping a slew of joint venture partners to India with his expansive forte and strategic planning capabilities. He is an expert in roping in Carjantian funding to corporates and institutions across land of the country. Currently serving on the advisory boards of Sports Academy Association of India, Sporco, MacFit India, Igniting Dreams of Young Minds Foundation, Charles Walter Society for Innovation and Research, State Coordinator, Lloyd's Business School. He was also the ex-president Sports Council for Global Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Ingrained as a director for Indian Chamber of Commerce in Slovak Republic, along with being instilled as the chief corporate communication for India Golf Circuit, and also Green Heart Dignity Italy, and also the ambassador of Commonwealth Entrepreneur Club, chairman of board for SportsGrail India. A unique digital platform covering all sports worldwide, and also inducted into the World Book of Greatness 2021 by Greatness University UK as the leading light of greatness in the world. He is also a senior advisory member of EduDrone and VBFT. His assiduous penchant to delivering colossal growth and foraging manifold alliances has seen him develop long, outstanding relations with coveted, respected, and prestigious organizations of colossal stature. He is the Lifetime Achievement Awardee 2021 by Vasundhara Blessing Foundation. Good morning, Dr. Sanjeev Kapoor. Thank you
Good
very much
morning.
for participating in the international webinar series in open source digital technologies for self-reliant India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, to talk on the topic, the SportsGrail, a digital sports media platform and prospects of India's sports industry sustainability model at global level. Thank you very much. Over to you, Dr. Sanjeev Kapoor.
Thank you very much, Professor Moni, for your kind and humble words. I think under your guidance and advice, I always flourish and love to hear you all the time with your words of wisdom and words of knowledge and words of advice. You are a great source of energy, great source of knowledge, and great source of encouragement. Not only for me, I think for thousands and lakhs and crores of people in the country and abroad. Thank you very much for choosing me on such a date that today is the 2nd October, and we celebrate our two big stalwarts of India, Mahatma Gandhi ji and Lal Bahadur Shastri ji. So I think what a day to have me on this panel for such a discussion. So I think as Professor Moni has already introduced the sports industry. He has already introduced the what sports industry is going to contribute and had contributed in the past and now going to contribute in the future. So let me try to attempt and give you a little overview of the sports industry in India. Sports is regarded as one of the largest industries globally in terms of employment and revenue. The business of sports is a multi-billion dollar global industry propelled by enormous consumer demand. The sports business means many different things to different people. This is truly a global industry, and sports stir up deep passion with spectators and players alike in countries around the world. The sports uh, has so much of emotions attached with it. Whenever we have, whether it is a cricket, whether it is football, whether it is hockey, whether it is swimming, whether it is gymnastic, whether any sports, whenever our nation and especially whenever our player holding a national flag, we have a sense of pride, and I think we have goosebumps. So that is the kind of the spirit which sports generates throughout the nation, throughout the world. So there has been a non-sporting, if we recall ourselves, there has been a non-sporting culture in India, with cricket being an exception and the only major part of sports in India which forward the growth of this much deserving industry. But if we look at the last 5 years, this trend has been uh, greatly changed, and the change has all greatly been immersed, and the Indian sports scene is making its path beyond the game of cricket towards the plethora of sports, resulting in the growth of participation, viewership, and sports related industries in the India basically. India's improving economic climate, rising disposable incomes, and changing outlook towards the fitness is fueling the increase in demand for sports related goods and the services. Investment prospects range from manufacturing and retail of equipment and apparel to advertising, talent management, and training. But if we look ourselves into the past, it was just a loss making affair in India. Now, sport is going to be the next big industry in the developed countries. Sports contributes, if we just look at the contribution of our sports to the total employment, it is only a very small number, contributes towards 2 to 4% of the total employment in the country. It includes a variety of careers profiles such as athletes, coaches, trainers, event managers, public relation officers, coordinators of sports organization, marketing consultants, programs and faculty members, professional sports promoters, sports equipment and product sales, sports event planners and managers, and sports sponsorship specialists. As Professor Moni has already mentioned, that the size of Indian sports industry in 2000 and 2021 is estimated to be around 6,000 crores, which is close to about $800 million. This takes into consideration the following set of the sports set, which is sports sponsorship spends, sports celebrity endorsements, and media spends on the sports properties. So today, if we look at the great initiatives such as the IPL, which for the cricket, hockey, Indian League, Indian Badminton League, Pro Kabaddi, Indian Super League for football, and professionalism of heritage sports, events such as the if we look at the old legacy games like Gilli Danda, Langdi Tang, Kho Kho are changing the old face of Indian sports. Once we believe that only the cricket will succeed in India, but now the above mentioned initiatives have also shown that the world of sports is beyond cricket. The cricket is like considered to be a religion in India, but now the whole plethora of other sports are now considered and given a lot of importance in the minds of the spectators, fans, followers of the sports in India. And these initiatives proves that sports have a future in India as a business. The growth and development of Indian sports industry are creating immense amount of opportunities for the management professionals in a wide variety of settings, boosted by the initiatives such as professional leagues of developed sports, commercialization of underdeveloped sports, professionalism of heritage sports, that is legacy sports, and increased corporate sector investment. Lot of corporates, lot of brands, they are doing the endorsements. Lot of brands are picking up the athletes, the players for their brand endorsement, for their product and service endorsements. The sports industry expect a faster growth in a shorter time frame. It has the potential to overtake, as Dr. Professor Moni has already said, it has the potential to overtake the IT and related industry before the end of 2021 in every aspect. So that being a technocrat in the country since mid 80s till now, and if I see that the technology has really enabled the sports, which is in the form of the if we look at the I remember my days when I was looking at the first World Cup which we picked up in 1983, and the kind of transition which has happened now in terms of the technological changes at that time. So that is a horrendous shift the technology has given it to us, and it is good to see that the potential of the sports industry overtakes the enabler, which is the IT and technology, which is a very good and commendable kind of achievement for the sports professional and sports industry in India. So if we look at the other potential area for the sports in the country, the sports good industry is also is a very prominent field which is going to prosper and going to yield a lot of revenue for the times to come. The sports good industry in India is nearly a century old and has flourished due to the skills of its workforce. Being labor intensive in nature, the industry provides employment to more than 500,000 people in the country. The nucleus of this industry in India is in and around the states of Punjab and UP. Let's look at some of the highlights. That Jalandhar in the state of Punjab and Meerut in the state of Uttar Pradesh accounts for 75% of the total production of the sports goods which is manufactured in India. Together, the two towns house more than 3,000 manufacturing units and 130 plus exporters in the country. The Indian sports good industry has also has a presence in the cities of Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, and but they are having a lower scale than what is there in the two cities like Jalandhar and Meerut. So, as we all remember that the COVID pandemic, it is worthwhile to mention that the COVID-19 pandemic across the world has slowed down not only the sports but all the businesses, all the everything has been come down to practically halt, slow down, and now slowly picking up after the two waves of COVID-19. So during the period of inactivity in sports, there was a significant step jump in the level of social media influencers activity among popular athletes. So if we see that the digitization of the sports, the digital media platforms, the digital people were getting more relied because most of uh, the events were became the inactive and the event come on hold, but the people are getting more reliant on the digital platform, and the digital platform for the sports is a blessing in disguise, which gives a very steep jump. So here again, the cricketers ruled the most with 92% share of the pie of the 300 and approximately 380 endorsement deal that has happened the last year. 275 were involved, the cricket players. Imagine the 380 out of 380, 275 has involved the cricket players. So still, India is a nation which worship cricket. India is a nation which has the cricket as a ruling game. Cricket fans are tremendously blessed with the kind of play which we have in our country, the kind of players which we have in our countries. And 220, if we see that, also saw the female athletes pulling in the brands, and the continued success of these stars is the proof of the fact that our champions are loved and we are proud of them. As the supporting nations wait eagerly in the participation, the stocks are highly in favors of endorsement from our athletes. So the brands have more confidence on this on the sports people. And now, if we look at the results of our Olympics, and if we look at the results of our the Paralympics, the kind of tally which we have this year in Olympics medal tally and in Paralympic tallies has really shown us that how the sports and how the sports industry is flourishing not only in India but worldwide. And we have a commitment not only from our athletes or our players, but we have a commitment from our government, commitment from our prime minister to the highest level that these players can do wonders in the times to come. Now, since the Professor Moni has already mentioned the Atmanirbhar Bharat and Atmanirbhar Bharat, and the topic also says that how the sports or the digital media platform facilitate the very objective of sustainable development of the Atmanirbhar Bharat. So let me touch upon that for the benefit of others, that what when the Atmanirbhar Bharat was started and what is the five pillars of Atmanirbhar Bharat. The Prime Minister, in his address to the nation on 12th May 2020, announced an economic stimulus package for 20 lakh crores, which is approximately at the 10% of the GDP, towards building the Atmanirbhar Bharat, or we can say that a self-reliant or resilient India. The package is to cater various sections, including the cottage industries, MSMEs, laborers, middle class industries, among the others. So the five pillars which has been defined in the Atmanirbhar Bharat are basically the economy, an economy that brings the quantum jump rather than the incremental change; infrastructure, an infrastructure that became the identity of modern India; third, the system that is driven by the technology, which can fulfill the dream of the 21st century, a system not based on the policy of the past century. Demography, our vibrant demography is our strength in the world's largest democracy, our source of energy for self reliant India. And last but not the least is the demand. The cycle of demand and supply chain in our economy is the strength that needs to be harnessed to its the full potential. So this is the Atmanirbhar Bharat 5 pillars, which is basically towards the self-reliant and more resilient India to come in the future. So I think as you can say that I must confess that I am not a sportsman. I have not started my journey in the corporate as a sports person. I am a sheer, technocrat. Then moved into the entertainment and media world. Then moved into the FMCG. Then moved into the service industry. Then the technology again, and now heavily involved in not only in the sports industry, that we are giving the platform, digital platform to the world, which is I have a proud of saying that the SportsGrail, which was founded by my son, is basically he worked in the industry for approximately 6 to 7 years and worked very rigorously. And then after doing a lot of research, lot of analysis, that how what attracts the, basically it is the game of attraction towards the fans, followers, the players come across, the kind of things they want to read, the kind of tournaments they want to visit along. So we have developed the platform. So this platform today attracts around 300,000 to 400,000 viewers per day, with a traffic of around 8 million, the people visiting our website every day. And we are proud to cover more than 20 sports in the world. And we have a presence in about 200 countries. The traffic comes from 200 countries, and the platform is now very very healthy, where every day they are writing about 50 plus articles covering major sports. And the advantage of our the platform is, the USP is, we are bilingual. We support Hindi as well as English. So I think that is what. And I not only support the digital platform, but I am also the director with the Sports Association Academy of India, which is called SPA India, which is the institution which provides the sports management courses, sports physiotherapy courses. And that has been the mission of this program is basically the Khelega India, Khilega India, and economically viable programs for every individual. And this program is not available for the athletes, players, or coaches or trainers, but also for the students which pass the class 9 and can opt for the career in sports and sports management, along with these regular studies which they induct into. And these programs are approved by the government, and these are copyrighted by the government of India, Ministry of HRD. So I am saying that my contribution toward the sports, and now the sports is in my blood. So basically, I am eating, sleeping, everything with the thought of sports, with the thought that how we can improve the the importance of sports in the country, not only in the country but also how we can take it further to the next nation. So I think if ma'am, can you show the presentation so that I can start my presentation of TSG overview for the benefit of the viewers? So I think for the benefit of all of you, the platform, digital platform which we have started in, it is basically a digital sports media platform, provides the latest sports news, articles, current happenings, updates, and the contents. This content is not restricted ourselves from India, but also it provides the contents from various parts of the world. So who we are basically, if we look at who we are basically, so ma'am, go down to the slide number 3. Yeah, thank you. Slide 3. Yeah. So if we look at that, who we are, so the SportsGrail is basically makes an advent into the world of sports, provides the development from sporting fraternity, striving to provide everything revolving around sports to the Africando. So what it means is we cover not only the the famous games which are happening, that like cricket, football, hockey, or golf, but we also cover the esports, the Formula One, WWE, and any other kind of events or leagues which are happening around the world for the benefit of those who like other sports than the important three sports: cricket, football, or hockey. We have a team which is fairly large in number, which is we have approximately 25 people working day 24 by 7. And I basically applaud the entire team for such a commendable job which they are doing it for 24 by 7, covering all the sports. So our expensive team of writers, so writing is our strength. The more better we write, the our news on the Google will come ranked 1, 2, 3. So I think that is the power, and more followers and fans and people will read and come and visit our website. So our expensive teams of writer dwells into sporting events occurring on the global stage and make use of their penchant for sports to craft drifting and meticulously stories around matches and players. Our travel sees us traverse sports from nook and cranny to provide coverage on 80 leagues, mind you, 80 leagues, tournaments, series events, and disciplines. So we leave aside any leagues, tournaments, or series which are happening, or any tournament or any discipline of sports. We practically cover each and everything. That is the beauty, that we are giving a platform, we are giving a unique platform to our visitors digitally, where they can visit and have a flavor of all the sports which are happening not only in India but globally. We are focused meticulously
Uh,
descating Indian sports.
Dr. Sanjeev Kapoor, can you adjust your camera? Your face is
Okay,
it's
just
slightly
one
up.
minute, please. Just
Slightly
one
up.
minute. Yeah, now it is okay.
Slightly down. Okay, fine. Okay, good.
Now it is okay. Okay, okay. Just one. So basically, we focused on meticulously Indian sports, new and athlete, and providing a platform to showcase the mettle of sports personalities who have dedicated their life to the arenas, covering exclusive interviews, videos of the various sports personalities, organizations, academies, and the people associated with these fraternities. So we cover Olympians, we cover athletes, we cover the corporate gurus, we cover the coaches, we cover the trainers, we cover, so all sorts of personalities we cover. We have a section where we cover the interviews, and in the interview sections you can find a lot of personalities are already being interviewed in our panel, and a lot of people have already given the interviews in our platform. Why they have given, why they have chosen SportsGrill? Because of the confidence that we are doing a good job. We are presence not only in India but in around 200 plus countries around the world, and rifting through the sporting fraternity and unearthing in including and thrilling sporting development around the leagues, tournaments, and athletes, catering to a string of readers by offering articles in both English and Hindi. That is the advantage, because if we look at India, in India, the majority of population understands English, but yes, they understand the other, they also wants to read the articles in Hindi. That's why we have given a platform which take care of English and Hindi viewers both. So let's look at the demographic overviews. So what are the sports? Majority of sports which we cover: cricket, football, basketball, motorsports, MMA, wrestling, rugby, tennis, hockey, badminton, golf, boxing, table tennis, kabaddi, esports, domestic leagues and matches, and also the leagues which are happening around the world. We have the readers. These are the major cities where we have the readers from: India, US, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Asia and European countries, English speaking countries, Hindi speaking population in India, like tier 2 cities and district. Our age group is pretty wide. We have the audience which is ranging between 14 to 45. So content developers which we have is developed for both the male and female readers. It is not that we caters to one kind of, we caters to both male and female. And if we look at the India coverage, I think practically we are everywhere. You look at the points which are there, we are practically available everywhere. Uh, so if you look at the kind of leagues or kind of tournaments which we cover, I think practically all the major leagues, if you look into our chart, has been covered. Like Bundesliga, HBL, PSL, IPL, ISL, Pro Kabaddi, ATP, NBA, Serie A, ATP, KFC, Big Bash, BPL. So almost all the leagues, all the big leagues have been covered. So I think this is the platform which has now gained the trust and momentum. And these are some of the snapshot which has been taken and the kind of attraction which we have. This is how our TSG website looks like. If we go, and I don't forget to, and this is how the it looks on the mobile when somebody visit our website.
No, madam, can you move forward because we are stuck up in second slide.
Ma'am, can you go forward, please, on the desktop snapshots? Global sports platform. Yeah. So if you look at the, if you look at this, this gives an overview that the kind of sports, the kind of leagues, the kind of tournaments which we cover. Ma'am, can you open this the presentation once again, the TSG overview, and go to the various leagues which we cover? Ma'am, are you with us?
Madam, Rakia. Hello? Just 1 minute, let me check up that.
No problem, Ji.
Pick the Dr. Kapurji, you can speak. Meanwhile, she can join.
Okay, no problem. So if we look at the just 1 minute. So that's what I was saying, that we so who all will advertise with us? Basically, the what we do basically, uh, we have the 20 plus sports which has been covered. We have a worldwide traffic. We have a greater conversion rate. We have the mobile based viewers. I think the word is now moving from slowly from the desktop to the mobile. We are present in almost all the social media platforms very heavily, with very large number of followers, fans across. And we create the videos and picture based contents both. And we have very strong partners which are, if we look at our advertisement partners, we have the Google AdSense, Betway, IXBet, Bet365, Doodle, Nesco exhibitions, Mahi, Meta, and Majid, uh, Rev Content. So these are large international advertising partners which we have across the board. And if we look at our official, we are the official media partners of World of Sports, Nesco Exhibitions, Sports Uno, Spa India, Sportco, F3, Max India, Edu Drone, CSS, and the Football Club of Community Football Club of India. So these are very important. Just 1 minute, please.
Have water. Please have water.
Yeah, I have taken. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. So if you look at the kind of achievement which we have for the past 3 months or past 6 months, so I think our traffic is growing. Why it is growing? Because the people have a lot of faith in us. Viewers are revisiting our website. We are giving them the powerful content. The team is covering the majority of sports, majority of leagues, majority of tournaments, majority of the things which is happening in the sports industry. So I think that is the kind of confidence which has been showed by the number of people visiting our website and showing our the confidence in us. So we crossed more than 10 million impressions, and with about 500,000 clicks this month, so which is a major milestone. So I think that gives us a confidence that the we have a lot of yeah, ma'am, move next. Yeah, no, just go down, show our partners, please. Show our partners. Yeah, that's right, thank you. So if you look at the healthy partnership which we have with the industry, with the leading players in the country, not only in the country but also abroad. So you look at the word of, we are doing a very large event along with the Nesco. We are the media partners. Nesco exhibition is a very large exhibition company based in Mumbai. In the month of February, we are be organizing a World of Sports. The NASCO exhibition is the main organizer, and we are the media partners with them. There is another event which is called Pro Boxing event, which is happening in October now, and we are also the media partners of them. There is a champions community champions run for unity, which is happening on 31st of October. We are also the media's partners for them. So what we want to say that the people have a lot of confidence in us now, since we crossed a very large number of the viewership, the very large number of the impressions which are having on our articles, and the fan following is now increasing. Why it is so? Because the people have a faith that whatever we give it to them in form of a news, in form of information, that information is very authentic, that information is unique, that information is original, and we are contributing towards the enhancement of the sports industry in our country. So I think that is what the whole objective of launching the SportsGrail and contributing towards the mission of taking sports to the new horizons in our country. Apart from the SportsGrail, this is the short story of a SportsGrail. I think if you want to visit our SportsGrail, you can visit on www.thesportsgrail.com, thesportsgrail.com, or you can write to us at contacts@thesportsgrail.com. So we will revert to you in minutes to come. So I think that, or you can personally reach me and send me an email at sanjeevkapoor@thesportsgrail.com. I can address your queries. I can address your any kind of need. If you want to interview, if you want to have any kind of support from my side personally, I'm available 24/7. You can write to me. I can address that need, or my team can address that need immediately. Apart from that, since sports digital platform has become the need of the hour, as I mentioned that I am also in the various academies, I am also into the various associations, I am at the various capacities of advisory capacity, senior advisory capacity. Somewhere I am the president, somewhere I am the director. So sports has now become the routine of my life. Sports has basically is I can say that it is not a bread and butter, but yes, it is the passion now. And since Prime Minister has shown a lot of passion in sports, he is encouraging every. I think this is the first time that in the history that the any prime minister has encouraged so much to the sportsmen, and they personally met them. He not only met the but he knows in and out of the players, not only the players but their families, their history, what they like, what they don't like. If somebody like ice cream, somebody likes noodles, somebody likes whatever. So I think that is the kind of passion which shown by our honorable prime minister towards the sports, and taking sports to the new horizons in the times to come. Thanks to him, thanks for his the the passion which he has shown towards the sports, apart from the passion which he has already have for many other things. Thanks to him once again, and it is a pleasure to have such a dynamic personality as our leader. And as I mentioned that I am also one of the director with SPA India, which is Sports Association Academy of India, which promotes the sports management programs in the country. The mission is basically the Khelega India, and providing the economical viable programs for each and every one. So we basically are affiliated with the Ministry of HRD, and all, we have the copyright courses, and these courses are 3 months courses, 6 months courses, 1 year programs, and 1.5 years program. These courses, as I mentioned, are not the courses for the players, athlete, coaches, trainers, but also the courses for the young ones who wants to make their career in the sports, career in the sports physiotherapy, careers in sports management, so on and so forth. So the contribution towards the sports is an immense, and I think the kind of technology enabled platforms which we are having, and the viewership is now increasing dynamically. Viewership is not increasing in one or two fold, but in multi folds. People are showing a lot of faith not only in cricket, football, and hockey, but also showing a faith in other sports likes of esports. Esports become very, very popular during the pandemic time, where this sports has been, viewed as one of the encouragement, and uh, the the stress buster. When the people are at home, then the people are not seeing each other. So I think, in a nutshell, the sports is doing very well. The technology is really enabled sports to a multi-level, and good to see that as a technocrat, that the revenue and the other things of the sports industry is now overshooting the IT and the technology revenue. I think that is a commendable kind of thing. So I think with those words, I conclude my speech. And if you have any questions, I love to take those questions. If you have any questions related to the sports grail, related to Spa India, related to any sports industry, I love to answer that. And I once again thank you, Professor Moni, for having me on such a wonderful platform and giving me a chance to speak on the sports, which is the need of the hour, which is need of the hour for the nation, for the times to come. Thank you very much once again, and Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, uh, Dr. Sanjeev Kapoor. And it's a wonderful presentation, wonderful address to the audience in this international webinar series on open source digital technologies for self-reliant India, Atmanirbhar Bharat. And you have traveled a very big journey, that from your being a non-sportsman to a sportsman in your DNA. And you were breathing sports, and 24, 36 hours a day you are thinking in sports. Breathing sports is breathing in sports and sleeping in sports, and so on and so forth. Very nice to hear from you at this age, and bringing in a lot of development, and bringing in technology, bringing in participants of all aspects of the value chain. And I'm very happy to host this program from the Soviet Institute of Engineering Technology on the day of very important day for all the Indians. Today is the birthday of our father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, and also the birthday of our former Prime Minister, Lal Bahadur Shastri. And is Mahatma Gandhi is the person who brought, who was instrumental for the India to become independent. And Lal Bahadur Shastri is the person who was a great leader in the independent India. So, and this day we are the birthday of two important leaders of this country, and the Soviet Institute of Engineering and Technology, Deemed University, was very proud to host this webinar and on the topic, the digital sports media platform and prospects of India's sports industry, sustainable model at global level. Case study is the SportsGrail by a person none other than Dr. Sanjeev Kapoor, and he has taken the the leap from his son, who has set up this media platform, and he's worked in the industry, and that is the spirit. And like very said it in my introductory one, that sports industry with the adoption of technologies, because sports media and entertainment always use technology, and sports as industry is also adopted technology very effectively. Previously we used to glue to the linear propagation of this radio and the TV, Now it is you bring the sports into your mobile, smart mobile, and this is where all the people of stakeholders use technology to bring it, give life to the sports, and through sports to the youths, and the great dividend. And you also very nicely explained that the five pillars of the this Atmanirbhar Bharat, explained very actively how to bring the demand and supply chain, how to bring the technology, bring the infrastructure, how to bring an economy, quantum jump in economy, and also keep the dividend of demography effective. And this is the technology, this is a sports as industry. And over a period, sports informatics as a discipline is emerging because application of technology and with the sports people, on the ground, and sports management on the ground, and sports understanding above the ground, and sports attraction away from the ground. And this is what the internet and the technology is bringing out very effectively. And we are very happy that with today's webinar with you, Dr. Anil Kapoor, and and you are also, you have not stopped to pick the sports media channel platform, because today in the digitalized world, open innovation and value creation network are important for self-reliant economy. And it contributes to economy, contributes to revenue generation, contributes to employment opportunity, contributes to career development. And it is not a classroom bookish theory, it is practical, and it brings fitness, and it makes the situation that efficient and effective and dynamic thinking process. And this is that that it is also now this, I quoted the article by the authors who wrote it in various new media, that this can overtake IT and allied industry. And any sector which is enabled by IT is going to overcome, is going to overtake the industry itself, because today the some of the technologies which I talked about, it is a augmented reality for the game, and it's a virtual reality for experience, to get experience, for training. And also that this is that the lot of graphics software which is available, and also the network telecom facilities, internet connectivity, the internet speed, because this is needs heavier bandwidth to download graphics data. So I think that India as an emerging economy, and you also very nicely said it, for the last 5 to 6 years, that we are capturing every ground, every sports, and it is strengthening the rural economy. And through the digital technology alone, if the rural economy is digitalized, and Indian economy will grow like anything. Sports is in one industry, because sports is an industry where everybody can participate. You need only your strength, your capability, and that is the only investment. And your body stamina is more important, and fitness is more important. And you also very nicely said it, that we have our honorable Prime Minister, who is in the every field to motivate people. The way in which he talked to the sportsman of the Indian Olympic, which is recently held, and also Para Olympic, each one he has talked to the people. And also we have chief ministers like honorable chief minister of Orissa, Patnaik ji. And when we have such a a chief minister in the state of Orissa, and Honorable Prime Minister it at the helm of affairs in Delhi. And sports industry, why can't it grow? Why can't we motivate people? Even the sports industry itself will grow on the 5 pillars of Atmanirbhar Bharat. That's why when we have been interacting for quite some time, but when I saw the titles which you have done it in the month of August with the association of BBFT, I thought that I should invite you to deliver the same topic in this forum. And the international webinar series is being conducted in association with African Asian Rural Development Organization, which has got 33 member country, which has got 33 countries, African Asian, as its members. Today's talk has also has been webcasted over their website, and the entire talk, and that's how this international webinar series has got its own credibility and credentials. But today talk, I'll tell you that we have taken, this country has progressed beyond cricket, and it has identified every aspects of every sports in the country, rural sports or urban sports. We have moved beyond British colonization. Cricket was brought by the British, British during the British Raj. But today, with the technology, with the interest which we have got it now, that it is moving into every industry, every sports and games which are available with us, native sports, heritage sports, and so on and so forth. And and with the emergence of platform economy, because platform economy is facilitating digitalization of every aspects of every activity. Sports is an activity, it is an economic activity, and it has a complete value chain. And you also said it that you are also associated with the Ministry of Human Resources Development. Now it is renamed as Ministry of Education. And we have got 3 ministries: Ministry of Education, Ministry of Youth Affairs, and Ministry of Sports and and Entrepreneurship Development. Sports as an industry, it's growing, and sports as a tech startup, it has to grow, it has to emerge, and sports tech startups are important. We have got about something like 2.5 lakh gram panchayat in the country. So we have to have we have to see the emergence of sports tech startups in every gram panchayat level, to attract our rural youths effectively into the sports arena. So with the technology, and that's the reason only that this sports industry will will with the enablement of IT industry will cross even these IT industries industry in all aspects, be it virtual reality, be it big data analytics, be it augmented reality, be it 10 digital transforming technology. And it's a part and parcel of the sports informatics development, sports informatics network value chain. And I would like to request you to get associated with the Sobit Institute of Engineering Technology, which is located in Meerut, which is traditionally and also emerged now as the sports city, and is also emerging as an education city. And in India, you also mentioned there are 2 towns, 2 cities are the sports city: Jalandhar in Punjab and Meerut in Uttar Pradesh, which is also it's getting connected not only with internet, it's a rail net and also that road net, with a high-speed rail net and a high-speed highway, national highway. And since it is a sports industry in Meerut, and Sobit Institute of Engineering and Technology is also located in Meerut, why can't we join together to have a center of excellence in sports sports tech, sports informatics and computing, to train our rural youth on technology, enabling technology, because sports industry is there. The sports industry needs lot of informatics professional, technology professional to bring in technology absorption in sports industry, to have sports informatics discipline. It's very important. And since Meerut is an it is an important city where it is a sports city and also education city, where the Soviet Institute of Engineering and Technology and these two centers of excellence are also located in the university campus at Meerut, and it will be very important for us to both of us to join together to bring in the new discipline, that sports informatics network value chain, starting from the sports, grooming the rural youth to the sports in the sports ground, to the sports industry, sports media digital platform, and technology development, adoption of technology. And you run the sports management courses, and also through the university we should be in a position to have sports informatics network value chain, and also establish centers of excellence on sports, informatics and computing, sports tech, as an incubator, accelerator, and so on and so forth. So this is very important, and I'm very happy that a day of this important day for India is concerned. But we have today, by having this intellectual discourse on the international webinar series, I think we have done, and we have dedicated our service to the the very important day, that is Gandhi Jayanti, Shastri Lal Bahadur Shastri Jayanti today. And with this, I would like to thank you, Dr. Sanjeev Kapoor. And before I close it, I would like to hear from you. What is your your final remarks, with respect to your after you listened to me and you deliberated more than 1 hour, and let us have that. What should be our action plan for the days to come, Dr. Sanjeev Kapoor?
I think thank you very much for once again inviting me for the concluding remarks. I think the concluding remarks are very simple. Let's make India an empowered nation in the global map, as a country who is loving sports, country who is having a second largest population in the world, also become the first or second in sports in the times to come. I think that is the dream which not only me but also our Prime Minister will also have, also our Sports Minister will also have, and also the Chief Ministers who are supporting the sports also have. I think it is only a matter of time. In no times we will also flourish if we move our cards in the right direction, if we have a support. It is not only the support which is there from the sports fraternity. We urge the sports from the corporates, we urge the sports, the more and more sports from the various other industries to take these sports forward. I think many of the large organizations like Reliance and others, they are coming up front and form the foundations for supporting the sports in the country. I think many other corporations are also required to support the sports in the country. I think that should be the target, and under the SDG goal of the corporate social responsibilities, if they look into the sports as one of the contributors in the CSR funds, I think that will be the chain maker for the sports enhancement for the times to come. Thank you very much. And as you mentioned that we when discuss for the Center of Excellence for the SPA India initiative, which runs the sports management programs. We can take it to the next level. Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me for such a lovely topic, which is close to my heart and close to our nation as well for the sports. Thank you very much once again.
Dr. Sanjeev Kapoor, and for your very wonderful address, and it would have sent a lot of impact, an impactful effect to the participants who have will listen to your address. And also this talk will be available in the university's website, and also in the YouTube. And the research scholars, rural youths, NGOs, and also sports tech startups can get benefit out of your talk today. And this is a time that, as I said it in my introductory remark, that this has galvanized the talk very effectively. And this should make, in the as India celebrates its 75th year of its independence, and after the brilliant ranking of India's contingent in recent Olympics and ongoing Paralympics, that the development of sports tech startups are important. So participation of university and sports media digital platform like yours, the SportsGrail, and it will be a long way to go to bring in the rural youths into the the sports industry, and the university has a leading role to play. And sports informatics is the order of the day. So design and development and operationalization of sports informatic network value chain is needed in the country. So we are looking forward to have you in the university to establish sports informatics network value chain. With this, we close the webinar, and I thank all the participants, both from India and abroad, who participated in the webinar series today. I thank them. And I also would like to inform the participants that our next week we will host the talk in the same international webinar series on the topic Pharma 4.0, Industry 4.0 applications to pharmaceutical manufacturing, path to a digital transformation, by Dr. Pramod Kumar Rajput. With this, we close the webinar. Thank you very much.
Thanks you very much.
And greeting from Shobit University. For more research inquiries, please contact Professor Moni Madaswamy, Professor Emeritus and Chairman, Center for Informatics Development, Solutions and Applications, and Center for Industry 4.0 Technology Studies and Application, and former Director General, National Informatics Center, Government of India, New Delhi. My email ID is moni@sobituniversity.ac.in. We thank our Honorable Chancellor, Sobit Institute of Engineering and Technology, Dimit University, Meerut, and His Excellency, Secretary General, African Asian Rural Development Organization, New Delhi. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. We'll leave